Hi, welcome to Art by Anna Marie. I'm Anna Marie, and today we're going to get started with some watercolor journaling. And in particular, the theme of today is all about reflection. So you can interpret that however you want. I'm going to share with you some of the ways that I'm reflecting on reflecting at the end of the lesson. I'll show you how we're starting. My students have got access to this download that I made for them, but I used Procreate, which is a digital software, to be able to create this really interesting image. And I thought you would really enjoy seeing the time lapse of how it was created. I know a lot of people say, oh, I wish that it was that fast in real life, but I actually don't. I'm really happy to have spent hours designing it and playing with it, because I do believe that a lot of the fun is in the actual doing, not necessarily the outcome so much. So here is the outline. If you are a student of mine and you have the watercolor journaling course, you can go into your course and you can download the outline. I'm going to show you how to get it onto your paper now without tracing it, but as you know, I'm a big believer in tracing is not cheating. So if you want to trace some of the key points onto your watercolor journal, you can. Remember, this is only meant to be a quick 10-minute little activity, so just be really kind and gracious to yourself and don't take it too seriously. So we're going to start off just with some pencil on our page, and we're going to add probably just one or two elements, because I'm actually going to be using this as a background image, and I want to put my reflection on the top of it. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about watercolor journaling, is that you can start with an image and you can just want to get that image onto the paper because it means a lot to you, or it's going to start you thinking about certain things. And the great thing about watercolor journaling is it makes you think about things that you didn't even know you were going to think about. My students often say to me, oh, I didn't even think that I would go out into my garden and see things differently, or I'm walking down the shop and I'm suddenly seeing things differently. And that is the really beautiful thing about giving your brain a little bit of creative time. You start to see the world really differently. Have you ever felt a little bit overwhelmed by the feelings of perfectionism? The world is just so fast today, and it's so easy to lose ourselves, and especially lose ourselves if we are striving for perfection. Watercolor journaling offers a unique escape from that. I always say it's not a cure for perfectionism, but it's definitely a treatment. It'll offer a really tranquil way for you to look at any mistakes or things that kind of work out in your journal that aren't how you wanted them to look, perhaps, and it'll teach you to accept how they are, and not only accept the different ways that you put paint on the paper, but also celebrate the differences and the little experiments. We try not to call them mistakes, but as Bob Ross says, we try to make some happy little accidents. Watercolor journaling is an art form. It's a journal towards your mental clarity and mindfulness, and a gentle reminder that perfection is not the goal, but rather appreciate every stroke, every blend, and every hue on the page and in our lives. to begin your journey into watercolor journaling, you don't need to be an established artist or have heaps of experience. You can start with a simple set of watercolors, a brush, and a journal, or some watercolor paper. The key is to let your intuition guide you. Choose the colors that resonate with your current mood or emotion, and just let the brush move freely across the page. There is no right or wrong here. You might start by reflecting on a specific event or a feeling from your day, using the colors to express what maybe the words can't. And as you continue this practice, you'll find it becomes easier to let go, to immerse yourself in the process, to find clarity, and to find a little bit of mindful peace. If you want some extra help with that, I have designed a course called Paint My World, and I will put a link down in the description box if you want to check that out. Imagine if each day you set aside just a few moments for yourself, moments of quiet reflection and creativity. Over time, watercolor journaling can transform how you feel about different things that are happening in your life. It can teach you to embrace imperfection and also to find little pockets of joy in the journey. So I'd really love to encourage you to go and pick up your paintbrush today and let your journey begin. The only thing you stand to lose is the burden of perfectionism. Let me know which one of these quotes are you connecting with the most. I'd love to know in the comments. And if you are enjoying these lessons on watercolor journaling and you want to learn a little bit more, go ahead and click the link down below for the Paint My World course. And if you do want another lesson on YouTube, go ahead and like this video and let me know in the comments.